What's up guys, Enkiri here, and as you probably guessed from the title, the WIDOWMAKER has finally been completed. It took me 4 tries, but I freaking did it. So I'm throwing this video together real quick so that I can officially submit it to the contest thread on the Weight Room subreddit, as this is the last day for entries, I believe. Now I haven't checked the results in a few weeks, and I don't plan to until after I submit my entry. But last time I checked, the top number was 21 reps, so we'll see if my entry is good enough for the win, or if someone has beaten that already. But either way, I was able to use that number as motivation for this set. I had gotten stuck at 19 reps on the previous 2 weeks, and going into this set here, I knew I wanted 21 reps at the very minimum, so that I could at least tie the fucker who hit it. And once I hit that 21st rep, I knew I had a shot at one more, so I took it and I smoked it, and the rest is history. But I do think that this is an interesting opportunity for us to discuss the strategy changes that I made to be able to hit this PR rep set here, as well as just a little bit of dumb luck that went into it also. So basically what I've been doing is taking one shot at this AMRAP set every week, and my legs felt like they were recovering pretty well for each new attempt. But then last Friday, about 5 days after my squats, I was just doing some volume work on the overhead press, and I noticed that my legs were actually still really fucking tired. Like by the end of my sets, not only were they cramping like crazy, but they were also starting to feel sore and painful all over again, and that made me realize that even though I felt like I was recovered, I wasn't actually recovered. So this past week I was doing a little bit of traveling, and I hit up a gym a couple of times while I was away, but instead of doing any lower body work, I decided that I would just do upper body sessions and give my legs a few extra days to rest and recover. And then I arrived back home on Wednesday the 29th of January, and then on Thursday the 30th, here, I went out to my garage and I knocked out this session. So instead of the usual week between sessions this time, between squat sessions, I ended up with about a week and a half. And those few extra days seemed to make a pretty big difference. My warm-up sets felt a lot better here, and my legs just had a lot more pop overall going into the top set. So let's check out the WIDOWMAKER set real quick.
Oh shit. 22, 160 pounds. 160 pounds body weight. 315 on the bar.
Now, if you've been watching my other attempts at this, another thing you might notice, another difference you might notice between this set and the other attempts is a pretty big change in strategy. The main problem that I was having here on my initial attempts was that by the end of the set, I could no longer support the bar on my back. My abdominal muscles and my back muscles were just totally fatigued by the end of the set and just ready to give out. So by the time that I would get to the last rep, my back was actually starting to round over. And I knew that if I attempted another rep, it would just fold over completely and that would be the end of that. So I knew going into this it was going to be a race against the clock here, no matter what. And the new strategy that I decided to employ was just keeping a slightly more rapid pace and forcing myself to get through the reps a little bit more quickly. And in total, the whole set here only took me 1 minute and 18 seconds to get through all 22 reps. If we compare that to the previous week, it took me 1 minute and 22 seconds just to get through 19 reps. So this time around, not only was I able to do 3 more reps than before, but I was also able to complete the whole set 4 seconds faster. If we look at it another way, last week I did 1 rep on average every 4.3 seconds, whereas this week I was able to lower that down to 1 rep on average every 3.5 seconds. So cumulatively, that difference in pace really adds up. And those few precious seconds made all the difference over the course of the set, because by the time I got to the 22nd rep here, my back was gone again and I was just about ready to fold over. But by forcing myself to move more quickly between the reps here, I was essentially able to beat the clock and complete my goal. So I'm pretty darn happy about this performance here. It was freaking tough and I was getting nervous just thinking about it. In fact, I got so damn nervous during my warm-ups that my legs were starting to feel like jello. But I was able to focus myself and push my body to a new limit for the personal best. And that makes it all worth it for me. After all those squats though, you know I had to balance things out with just a little bit of work for my hamstrings. So I loaded up the old adjustable kettlebell and I knocked out a few sets of heavy swings. Now you'll notice when I do these that I don't count the first 2 reps towards the total rep count. I basically just use those as a primer to gain a little bit of momentum and get a feel for the implement. And then after that, I actually start giving it some oomph. I think that helps me to stay in control a little bit better. And I've been trying to keep these swings in the program for these last few months, but I haven't been super consistent with them lately. Still though, my strength and my power on them has actually maintained pretty darn well, all things considered. I had 210 pounds on the bell here, and I just wanted to knock out a few sets of 10 to 15 reps with it, which is easier said than done after hitting 315 pounds for 22 reps on the squat. Even though the quads aren't a prime mover during this movement, they do still have to do a lot of stabilizing to keep you from getting thrown all over the place. And with how tired my legs were, I was having a really hard time with that. You can see I basically lose my balance a couple times during the sets, and then on the very last set you'll see that I just completely lose my balance altogether and I'm forced to dump the bell behind me and I just call it a day there. That's just the cost of doing business though, and that's still some solid work considering the circumstances that it was done under. Plus my hammies were firing pretty hard by the end there, so they're definitely doing the right trick. Anyway though, I think that's all I got for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the WIDOWMAKER, and if you did, please be sure to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and definitely leave me some love in the comments down below. And if you're interested in online coaching, be sure to shoot me an email at enkiri.elite@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to pass some more information your way. Or just visit my website for more details, www.enkirielitefitness.com. Anyway, keep training hard, and I'll catch you guys next time.